Welcome everyone to another episode of How Good Is This on this jam-packed June 5th. How Good Is This is the weekly show where I go through today's drum and bass releases over on Beatport, and we go through them one by one until I find a banger that's going to go in my record bag. Sometimes the show will be 5 minutes, sometimes it'll be 50. We keep going until we can't deny saying, how good is this? I'm your host Andy Tudor, and I've made video games for the last 25 years. Including The Walking Dead, Fast and Furious, Need for Speed, 24, Red Bull, and FIFA. And I also make drum and bass, and have 3 albums available on all your favourite streaming platforms. So let's get into it. The chat is live, the chart is loaded, let's see how far we get today. Right then, the latest drum and bass releases. So here we go. Looks like how many actually came out today. This will be quite interesting for people, potentially. People always talk about whether they should release music on a Friday or not. You should, because it goes into the Spotify radar. But equally, you can see here how many tracks actually came out today. Let's go onto the second page. There's already 150 there. Let's keep going, see how many there actually are. Right, here we go. There. So we've got about 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Yeah, we're talking 250 drum and bass tracks out today. So yeah, you will get lost amongst the list potentially if you release on a Friday. I've released on a Wednesday before and has done equally well. I also think that DJs like to put their music, like to grab their music, for a Friday gig midweek. You know, as you are, getting a set together, as you're preparing what you're going to play out on the Friday or the Saturday. Some DJs are going to want obviously the very latest things on a Friday. But yeah, I personally go in like Tuesday or something like that and have a look what's there. Gives me a chance to kind of see where it's going to be in the set as you do some prep. Right, I'm waffling. Let's get into it with the first track, which is called Heartache Boulevard. Cool name. By Kero Miedo, Dr. Jazzstep, and Nico Armo. That bass line, boom, 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 sounds very much like Ronnie Size, doesn't it? God, this is almost like a high contrast song or something, isn't it? Or like James Bond or something. That's really good. There's a kind of synthetic tinny sound to it, to me, which smells a little bit of AI. The final single ahead of the release of the forthcoming album by Mr. Jazzstep. Interesting. There's something, synthetic-y, and the AI single artwork there doesn't really help. But what else have they got on Vibe Addicts? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, cool song though. Yeah, almost like James Bondy. Yeah, they've got a couple of songs, haven't they? Let's play one of the other songs, just out of interest. Very similar sound. Yeah, house music. Okay, yeah, good. Nice little trip down a lane there with that. Yeah, good. It's not going to go in my record bag, but pretty cool, actually. I was obviously off with my sniff of AI there. So yeah, let's move on. Next one is by Daniel Slam. This is Trapped. Did I press it? I should have checked BPM. That is not drum and bass. Moving on. Neither might this be. God, why is it taking so long? Oh, I didn't click. Yes, I did click. Maybe Beatport's having some problems tonight. No, not for me. I can't put my finger on that one, but yeah, it's not something I would definitely mix into and think, oh, this is going to be absolutely sick. So yeah, not for the bag, I'm afraid.
Different pocket, door used to circle, now opens on first try.
It's got potential. BPM is way off though, 116. Love the vocal.
Then drop into the groove. You feel the floor rebuilding.
Come on.
Under a heart of truth.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You see me different now. I do not need a script. All labels lose their grip when I stop arguing.
That is very close. That's really good. That is definitely going to get added to my cart. But again, there's something synthetic about the top end there. I don't know what it is. Avoidance. I'm sure we've played a song by Avoidance before as well. I don't know what's going on either. Like, yeah, look at this. This is odd. Like all the same artwork here. Let's play one of these tracks.
Stranger holds the lid. You nod without a row. Hits your nose. I will not be back just to keep you calm.
It's good.
The room turns into motion without a single lamp.
Yeah, I really like that. Something, my spidey sense is going off about a few of these tracks then. Like, yeah, that's really good, but there's something very similar about them which sets my spidey sense off about AI in some way. I am willing to be convinced otherwise though, but either way, it was a pretty good track, wasn't it? So doesn't matter how it's made, you know, that was as long as it gets you moving. Next one is Into Dust by Jora Dudovsky. Nope, I know exactly where that's going. Next one is The Blackness by Tiny Rebel.
We don't fight it, just explore the blackness. Explore, explore, explore the blackness. Explore the blackness. You can tie me up in the black.
I get healing my fears, crush every doubt in my chest. Tell you you're mother for the night you was
Pretty good.
You call it love, I call it hunger, saying 5 different names. You only really breathe when I'm feeding both our flames.
Right, that's definitely an AI song. You can tell because it kind of like reaches in the upper register. Yeah, sorry, Tiny Rebel. Contact me if it's not, but again, my spidey sense goes off about this, especially again the AI artwork here. What a shame if that is actually the case. Yeah, it was pretty obvious, that one, I'm afraid. Northbridge, again, we did this last week. Northbridge with another track. This one is Passing Streetlights. Very nice. I want to hear the breakdown for this, though. I'm sure that's very nice, but I was hoping for something a little bit more interesting happening. Maybe I skipped over it. Hang on. No, I was right. Yeah, it just needs a little bit extra for me, personally. That's probably very nice if you just, like, blissed out on your back listening to that through headphones, though. Next one is GGFM by with Shelter Our Time. Ew. Next is Judgment Day by No Fate 97. Either AI song. Next is Starlight by Blinding Lights.
Pressure, we let it ring out. Plans we were missing don't matter somehow. Talk about someday like it's already real.
Lovely.
I watch your lips moving and time starts to kneel. Starlight on your face.
Oh.
Spilling through the window.
That's not where I thought I was going.
Boys, hold tight. Don't move.
We could do better, can't we? We can't. Right. You Can't Save Me by Fragile Stance. No, and something that puts me off about it is what looks like how it's mastered here. I don't know whether you can see that. Can I actually zoom in there? Is this going to work? Oh my god, it is. Right. Look at this here. See these spikes? It's actually the spikes are the drums, right? And they are spiking very, very high there. And what you don't want that. What you want, it means that essentially everything else is a couple of decibels lower than that. What you want is to put a limiter on that, or clip it, or however the hell you'll compress it, however the hell you want it, so that you get like not a fat sausage wave, but pretty close to a fat sausage wave, right? Because it means you've just got elements that are just too low compared to the drums, and when you put that in on the decks next to other music, it just won't have the same energy level as the other tracks that you are playing. So yeah, that puts me off this track here, the actual mastering of it there. Next up is Bodak by Uproot the Fiasco. Cool name. Yeah, no, not for me. But I guess you can see a much tighter sausage waveform there. Like the spikes are even a little bit high there, actually. But then there's a lot going on in that song. It's a little bit more raucous than the last one. But yeah, that's the kind of the way to master a drum and bass record. Next is Gone by Danny Jenk. Oh, hang on a minute, what was that? What? Like a really low, horny trumpety duck sound there. It was quite interesting. But yeah, no, not for me, that one, I'm afraid. I don't generally play a lot of jungle anyway. So next, Beat the Empire by DJ Direct. It's interesting. Interesting noise. Reminds me of like an old, one of those old movies like Neverending Story or the Dark Crystal or something. That the sound is from there, I feel. But yeah, no, ultimately. Next, Hypersensors and Friends. Well, hang on. When you upload music, okay, you get to choose the 30-second clip that you want to actually be in these previews. Like, you have not chosen the correct 30 seconds there. The correct 30 seconds is where I'm going to play it from, which is here. Come on.
Engage.
Yes! Oh, that is almost good. What I mean there is, I think there was a little misstep in the drums, wasn't there? It's almost like, oh, that sound I would definitely play. Like, I would definitely play this, but it wasn't quite as big as it could be. Like, maybe there'll be a remix of this that comes out that goes like even harder. It's out on 174, so these guys know what they're doing. I'm sure there was a little misstep of the drums here. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't flow well for me, to be honest. Good track though. Like, I am gonna add it to my. Why is it 390? Oh, it's part of an EP. Okay, yeah. Like, it's. I could experiment with playing it out, to be honest. It's not my banger for the week though. Next up is Seasons Change by Scatterbrain, Siren Rivers, and Indigo Rain. There you go.
Respect that defines us. Channel the wounds into wisdom that lasts. Take a breath, raise in our vital present, future and past. With the stars as we dance, with the flames breaking change. Perspectives reframed and advanced. It's that we're so connected. Souls of all wise and now let's protect this. Until this love's perfected. Both respect, nothing less. It's alright.
Let's just listen to this for a little bit.
You are my love, you are.
It's a bit weird, isn't it? Okay, next moving on is Oof, or Who You Are by Matt Downey. Again, you've chosen the wrong 30 seconds. Why start with just the last bit of your chorus there? You have control over this, so I don't know why you're not doing it better. No, sorry. Winning Formula by Telman Wilson. Fine, minimal. Not for me. Please Hold by Arm and Sage. Ah, I recognise those guys. Old school. a little bit too retro for me, I'm afraid. Sound the Alarm by Nove. Come on. Let's go with this one. This is better here. Damn, what a shame. Didn't quite go where I wanted it to be. Organised Chaos 002 by Aaron Sheehy Decoy Octopus. What the hell? Hang on, Decoy Octopus. Isn't that a Metal Gear Solid reference? Metal Gear. No? Decoy Octopus sounds like a Metal Gear reference. Let's find out. Shame it was just all a bit liquidy. Right, At World's End by Dabba Bunker. We've gone through a lot today. I think this is the furthest we've actually gone through. It shows you how hard it is to get a track out there with all the noise, with all the competition that there is of everyone else putting their songs out as well. Yeah, this is At World's End by Dabba Bunker. Right. That absolutely thumps. I definitely know a DJ that would play that, but yeah, it's not going in one of my sets, I'm afraid. Right, Jump and Twist by Vital. We played a track by Vital last week, I believe. That's really playing that. That's really harsh, isn't it? But yeah, I know that subgenre, and that is not mine. Digital Reconstruction Repurposed, I believe it is, by... Oh, come on, guys. Exiles? Let's just say it's Exiles. We tried our best. Industrial, not for me. Enter the Drums by Nove again, MC Fizzy, DJ Rochelle, DPL, Gadja, Blur, and your mum. Who else is going to be on this track? Okay, well that's obviously Sound the Alarm, which we just played over here. Obviously in a different repeated listing. Okay, I Will Always Love You by Swick. Swick? Yeah, Swick.
Feeling sick when I look at her eyes. There's no you're gone. I will always
no, thank you. What the Funk by LNO, Device One. Oh, heavy filth. I didn't even get a chance to actually finish the name of Device One until it just came in and smacked me over the face. So, yeah, I definitely know somebody else, maybe even Gifter, who might play that. But yeah, that is absolute filth. I'm going to sneeze as well. Pardon me. Right, The Red Ronin, cool name, by Diatomic. That is my AI song, I'm afraid. So moving on. That next is Who's There by Safe Sex. Another sneeze. And KD and Fiero. That's got some punch to it. And can you tell the difference between that and the previous song? It's just got a wishy-washy. It's just got a wishy-washy kind of like drums, as though everything's transient. There's just a lot of guff in there, basically. And that's what you get when you do drum and bass with Suno or something, right? Compared to this. Where you can actually hear the difference between things. Things are punchy and tight. There's room, there's space to breathe and things like that. That's the difference there. So yeah, if you are looking out for songs that use AI, like that is a telltale sign. I'm going to sneeze again. I don't know what is going on. Somebody sample that. Next is Thunder by BLSD. Same thing, another AI song. And I believe that means we've got this one here by Dark Noise Records, and we chose this one here by Dark Noise Records. And there's another one here. Let's check this one. If this, right, use your own judgment on this, if you think this is AI or not. And I can tell you that is an AI song again. Right, so yeah, Dark Noise Records, whoever you are, stop putting out blatantly obvious AI drum and bass. Sorry. Right, mashup by FaZe and KOA. So you can tell the difference instantly, right? I hate to go on again about this, but you can hear the difference, right? Like back to this one. It should be obvious out there. Listen to the clarity of the vocals there.
Voice excellent, a strong boy drop, no need for defend. Man, I get mashed with me rule on them.
Right, yeah, not for me, but yeah, hopefully this wasn't meant to be a fine drum and bass AI songs with me tonight. This is obviously turned into that because there's obviously a bit of a permutation of these coming into the chart at the moment. But yeah, hopefully the discerning drum and bass fan out there will be able to tell the difference there. So yeah, let's listen to Make the Ground Shake by The Original Method. Good. Good. Yeah, minimal. Not for me. Minimal. But yeah, all right actually. Hiding/Vacuum by Project Zeus, out on Dirtbox Recordings. I mean, that can go well with that other industrial track that we played previously. Yeah, that would go heavily in a set with that. Again, not for me though, but yeah, like dirty filth. That's going to make your ribs shatter. Next up is Listen and Kiss and Tell by Prodigal. Lovely. Quite nice, that one. Not going to add it to my cart, but because it's a bit too liquidy for me. But yeah, pretty good. Alien Planet by Ruffian. Dark, again, not for me. sorry, Ruffian. Next, New Energy. Oh! Could this be the one?
New energy.
It's a little too slow, and you're probably thinking, how can it be slow when it's the same 87 BPM as everything else? Its energy levels, it is slower, right? That means like the re-space that you've got in there, and not having like a call and response kind of thing in there, like that is making the energy level less, which is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something a bit more like raucous, like let's fucking go kind of like thing. So that is very good. That is definitely getting added to my cart, but it's not the one for me. Right, next one is interesting. Soccer VIP. So bearing in mind I'm working on the next FIFA game, this could be quite interesting. This is by Isaac Meyer.
You kick the ball, you kick the ball.
What?
Yo.
Where is this going? This is going to have an interesting breakdown, we all know it.
Football is not called soccer. It's called football. What? It's your slap on a ball. Instead of football and kick it, you kick the ball. You kick the bumper clap ball. That's why it's called
Kick
football.
the bumper clap ball.
Football is not football. That's basically handball because you take it up in the air and you run. You run like bumper clap idiot. It's called fucking football, not bumper clap.
That's going in the car just because it's silly. You kick the bumper-clad football. I mean, awful accent by me, but who is this guy? Isaac Meyer. Concrete Jungle, Mexico City. Okay, makes sense with the soccer connection. That is hilarious. Well done, Isaac. That had me laughing. Oh God, where are we? We lost our place now. Soccer. There we are. Yeah, interesting. Let's keep going now. Another Realm by Dan Guidance. Lovely, but no. Run Right Back by Joker Hager and Bianca Franco.
For the thought of something that seems I'll let loose. It's better to run back. I'd rather...
God, that's very Becky Hill, isn't it? That'll probably do quite well on the radio, to be honest. Yeah, not for me though, I'm afraid. Assault rifle by Nichenka Zoriana. That can join the same set of industrial drum and bass that we've been collating so far tonight. Childhood by Grid Optic. No, moving on. Sorry, we have to be harsh. Nope, that's weird. Heart is Heavy.
I've been standing on my own.
That is Liquid. Moving on. We are whipping through, sorry. Violence and Sunny by Kendrick and Azul. This would go well with bam ba bam bam ba. In fact, it's a little too similar that I don't like it, unfortunately, because everyone expects the other thing. Orion's Belt by Bad for Life. No, moving on. Liquid. No. Why don't I like that? I don't like the snare, and that is being really snobby. That snare is very harsh. It's fine. It's jungly anyway. It's not for me anyway. The Direct by DJ Direct. No. Lost in the Ship / spams in the what? Lost in the Ship / spams in the ear. Okay. By DJ Rusty and Bass Hunters. So this is either going to be great or it's going to be rubbish. Let's have a listen. Moving on then. So next is Lost by McSauce and Try Hard. Again, another great name. I can't be bothered to wait for that one, unfortunately. Toltec by Jago. God, I almost stopped it then, but it's actually quite nice, isn't it? Yeah, more Liquid, very good, very passable. Not nothing special, I don't think. Running Rhythms 49 by Quad XL, Francesca and Tashi Beats and more. Drill Rocks and more. And Gookie and Intake and Kozilek, Kozilek and Miraver, oh my god, and Gravity and I Am. Okay, it's an album. Ooh. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, that's lovely, like bum 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 bum. Almost reminds me of what's that, a 90s house tune. Write it in the comments if you can remember, but yeah, that's very reminiscent of that. That was quite nice, that little bit. Those drums are problematic when you're trying to mix. So although I think that's actually quite good, it's not for me, I'm afraid, because they're a little bit because they're off the beat. Yeah, no. Without You by LSB. See, again, like, more really good Liquid, but there's so much of it. Like, how many have we chosen? We could have chosen at least 5 good Liquid tracks tonight. But, yeah, the competition is high on a Friday. Moving on, Artwork 07 by a bunch of people. Nope. Robot by Third Shade. Again, more industrial drum and bass, not for me. So Right by Break. Come on, Break.
You make me feel so.
Oh.
You make me feel so. You make me feel so. You make me feel so.
That absolutely thumps. That's going in the car, definitely. But I mean, yeah, like, would I play that? I would, but I would probably want to transition into another song very quickly out of that. But because it's just, yeah, really good. I've definitely, I will play it. It's not the winner for today. 5-star by Idren. Another one for the industrial drum and bass. You know, we've got Jump Up, we've got Neurofunk, we've got Liquid, we've got Rollers. But what's the word for an industrial style drum and bass? Because, yeah, we've got maybe 6 tonight. 6, 7 maybe tonight. So, yeah, what is... Did I really just do that? I did. What is the terminology? What is the subgenre for industrial drum and bass? Because there obviously is one. People are making music for it. Next is Kevlar Beats 10 Years, featuring a bunch of people. Okay, no. Shadow of a Doubt by Overlook. I mean, that's the classic Metalhead sound, right? Isn't it? You know, but yeah, not for me. Losing Sight by Subliminal.
One more question on the bed. 2 more seconds, I wish you
That acid kind of like pluck is really interesting. I'm tempted to put it in my car, but I'm gonna leave it for a bit. Yeah, something a bit twee about it. Like the vocal is just a little poppy, I would say, for me, and that's coming from me. Boom Styler, Ragga Twins. Come on.
start again. Break chains, start again.
Yeah, it's Ragga Twins, isn't it? Next, Spotlight Series by Gold Dubs, Castro, Scud, Masker, blah blah, and a bunch of other people. Yeah, not for me, but yeah, definitely for other people who like drum and bass and play sets like that. Move On by Hans Teig. Come on. Oh. What a shame. That was half tempo at the end there. Now, the rest of it, this section here, would have been normal tempo, but that put me off, unfortunately, and this isn't quite good enough. Well, not good enough. Yeah, just not quite where I want it to be, basically. Also, you can see it's quieter than the first drop. Like, you can see the mastering as well is the line, if you were to follow that along, it's already like slightly slightly quieter than the first section here, which again just shows like it's not quite been mastered correctly, unfortunately, which is again like maybe not helping the impression where I'm like, oh, it needs a little extra something, it's not quite where I need it to be. That is indicative of there's a mastering kind of, that could have been better mastered, unfortunately, and that might have tipped me over the edge there. All right, next is Each Time You're Here by Eden. Nope. We are going late, aren't we, today? This is a long one. Blightworks by Ink Dot. Nope. Fragile Shapes by Oral Imbalance. Liquidy. 50 by Telecom Decrypt Complex and Alpha Zeta. Oh, Alphase. More industrial drum and bass. Again, more industrial. Is this... We haven't had as many industrial tracks as on this show. Sorry, on previous shows as we have on this show, right? Like, this is a exceptional amount of industrial style drum and bass tonight. Filthy Animal by Bad Minded and Vending Machine. Oh. Bum ba ba bum bum ba ba. Is it Christmas? You know what? I will play that actually. Like, that's quite interesting. Really well mastered, punchy, quite interesting. Yeah, I will play that, to be honest. Back to Me by Reiko Knox. This is very nice. This is kind of like the drum and bass that I've been making. I can't really knock it, to be honest. Would I play it? Ironically, no. And I think that's the problem. Which is that the kind of drum and bass that I've been making is like female melodic dance floor, which is nice and gets radio airplay and stuff. But when you're out in a club, like it's doesn't quite have the heavyweight pressure of the kind of music I actually like to play out. So this is the problem. This is why my next album is all going to be a lot filthier, and no vocals and stuff like that. So this is excellent, I think. So like, I can't knock this. Like, if this was me a year ago, I would have chosen this. Like, this is lovely, but I wouldn't play it, I'm afraid, which is ironic and a bit hypocritical, to be honest, but that's life. Next.
Hold my keys. When I'm back, I'll be needing the half step, not enough. One step could be rough.
Oh, sounds like MC Copper or someone.
That's right. Half step, not enough. One step could be with luck. One step could be rough. Line them up, take them down. Simple stuff.
I love the vocal. The rest of it I'm not quite sure about, though. Backfire by Itro and Elvie. Oh, this might be the one. Oh, it's lost me a bit. Let's listen to the build-up.
I see a word when you make
It's good.
Pretending to be someone that's not you.
Big brass stabs.
See you, do you make bad moves?
Come on, bring it.
Pretending to be someone that's not you.
Okay, this is it. How good is this? Yes.
Pretending to be someone that's transpired.
Okay, it's won me over.
Backfired.
Okay, it's got me. Okay, we got there in the end. What a shame, like at the beginning though, something just almost put me off at here. Let's play this again. That, it just kind of, like, just like, yeah, I can imagine the waveform just kind of like, turns into like a, just peters out a little bit. Yeah, that's the bit that just slightly deflated me. Yeah, I don't like that. I would have done that little bit differently. But when it kicks in, right? I can definitely imagine this just cranked to the max. What's it in? It's in E major. Oh, E major. Ugh, not a good key to mix in. But when you do mixing key, of course. But yeah, that's good. Let's just listen to the second drop again.
Pretending to be someone that's not you.
Love the little wow in there as well. Yeah, really good. Let's move on with the one after it, as we always do, just to see what we just missed out on. This is Bloodclad Business by Lotta and Elsho. Yeah, someone's bought the Mosey starter pack there. That's really disrespectful, isn't it? Yeah, sounds very much like a Mosey track. Yeah, brilliant. Backfire by Itro and LV. That is the banger of the week. We made it. Long time today trying to find a banger. Full of, unfortunately, AI songs and industrial drum and bass. But yeah, there we go. Backfire by Itro and LV. That's the winner. So congratulations. And that's where we stop. So thank you everybody for coming today. As I said, we keep going until we find the one. We've found it now. We come and do this every single Friday at 7:30 UK time. You guys come and help me try and find the best banger of the week. We've just found it just there. We found it previous weeks as well. And yeah, those guys on social media have been very nice in replying back and reposting this. So thank you very much for that. And other than that, we stop there and we come back next week. So yeah, thank you for turning up and everything. Thank you for watching this over on YouTube as well. Sorry about the sneezing. No idea what's going on. But I hope everyone has a lovely weekend either watching Summer Games Fest, which has just started. I'm going to go and see what the latest games are that are coming out this summer and this year. Hope you are playing some good games as well. First Light, Windrose. Looking forward to the new God of War Laufey as well. As other games, the new Path of Exile 2 expansion has come out as well. But yeah, otherwise, thank you very much and have a good weekend. And I'll see you again.